Next we're moving on to the quads. So the quads are going to be that front part of your thigh. One of the biggest parts of your legs, one of the biggest parts of your body. This is an area that commonly causes a lot of trouble. So we have muscles that perform the knee extension movement here, and they also help to provide hip flexion, which is going to look like this. So anytime you're squatting, lunging, pretty much doing any sort of leg movement, you're going to be involving these muscles. And they become tight from us spending a lot of time sitting down. So the first thing we're going to work on is to roll the quads. Now again, for those of you that are a little bit less experienced, you're going to start out with a longer foam roller because it's going to put less pressure on it. The very basic, simple way to get started is to find a tight spot on your leg and just apply the pressure there. Breathing in through your nose, holding for a second, exhaling out through your mouth, and taking 10 deep breaths like that before moving on to the next leg. For those of you looking to progress a little bit, doing a nice, slow roll. Again, going up and down about 10 times. Nice and slow, paying attention to finding what areas are a little bit tighter than the others, spending an extra second or two to roll side to side on those, and then continuing the motion across. Then we can switch legs, go over to the other side. Making sure that you're breathing. And now you can focus on different areas of the quads just like we did the calves. If you want to focus a little more on the upper part, start here, come up, down about halfway, up, and down. And you can also do the bottom half starting at the knee, going up about halfway.
Can I come in here?
1 second. Just like this.
I think I left my headphones in the bucket.
Alright, so in order to stretch out the quads after performing your foam rolling techniques, find a surface that you can hold on to. You're going to take the same hand, grab around your ankle, pull back. Now what you want to pay attention to in this is keeping your torso upright and trying to extend that hip back while keeping the torso forward. Pull the leg back, really feel a stretch in there. Another way to get an even better stretch out of this is to use your opposite arm, pull across, and you can use this as a trigger to pull a little bit further. So again, with all these stretches, you want to hold for about 30 seconds. Now we're going to move on to the hip flexor, and I would like doing the quads and the hip flexors together because they're roughly in the same area. Your hip flexors are just going to come up a little bit higher. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay down on the ground. You're going to use your thumbs to kind of find your hip bones. It's that muscle when you're really lean, it gives you that V look. You're going to find where that starts, find the bones, and just move on the inside of it. Once you find that, you're going to find the ball, flip over. And yeah, you can use a bigger ball that's a little bit softer than this. This would be intense for someone first starting off. You're going to open your leg up. Think of a dog at a fire hydrant. Take the ball, put it on the inside of that hip bone, and just lay your weight directly onto it. Now this exercise, more than any other, the deep breathing is going to be essential. Breathing in through your nose. 2 or 3 seconds, exhaling at a 4 or 5 second count. That exhalation is going to put extra pressure on those hip flexors to really loosen them up. And again, you want to do 10 deep breaths in and 10 deep breaths out. Again, once we're done doing that, we want to stretch the muscles out. So we're going to do the sprinter stretch, which is a highly effective hip flexor stretch. Now, what you want to do with this is you're going to be stretching the back leg's hip flexor. In order to do this, your front leg is just going to be there to hold you upright. You can have it extend it slightly beyond 90 degrees so you're not feeling too much of a pull in your hamstrings, your calves, your quads, or any other muscle in that forward leg. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this back leg and we're going to extend it as far back as possible. You're going to raise your torso up and think of pushing this leg even further back and into the ground away from you while pulling your hips and your torso away from that leg. Hold for 30 seconds. Switch to the other side. Perform the same one. And that's it for the quads and hip flexors. Let me know if you have any questions. Send me an email or leave us a comment.